Wolf and Luke middays on the Arizona Sports app and 98.7.
This is the dawn of a new era.
Yeah, this is your musical career right here. You just lean in. Wolf just leans into this.
I could be that guy.
Would you be like, if you're going to be the guy that leans in, just goes, yeah. Would you be on stage in the live concerts, or would you be like in a mask in a DJ booth, or would you just pre-record it all?
No, I'd be on stage just to do that.
How about this quick NFL note, Ro? And we're going to do NFL news later on, but Mike Garafolo, the Steelers, signing Xavier Valade, ex from ASU. Wow. I think the Steelers went out and got everybody I wanted this offseason.
Oh, my goodness. The Steelers, he'll get the opportunity to run north-south there. Cram it vertical. That's
the original cram it vertical. The Arizona Cardinals are getting Zach Ertz back. He is he's being activated today now. So you have a big piece of your offense that's going to be potentially available for week one. Here's Jonathan Gannon on that topic yesterday.
Anytime when you're coming off of an injury, the reps are gold, you know what I mean? And he's played a lot of football, so he's seen a lot of things and he's played a lot of football. But like I said way back when, like he knows what he needs to get himself ready to play, and he needs time to do that to feel mentally and physically ready to play. So he's ready to go.
Man, I love this. I really do. And you know why I love this right here, right? The Arizona Cardinals Basinonians are going to be able to line up in 11 personnel in rundown situation, 1st and 10, 2nd and 1 to 6. They're going to line up in 11 personnel, 1 back, 1 tight end, 3 wide receivers. And guess what? They're going to be capable of running the ball just as well as throwing the ball out of 11 personnel in rundown situation. And they can also go 12 personnel in this same situation, rundown, 12 personnel with Zach Ertz, and get a little bit better blocker out on the field. Zach Ertz than a wide receiver, and yet at the same time, they're just as capable of throwing the ball. Even more capable, I would say, with Zach Ertz on the field. This is really, really good when you have options, when you have versatility, when you can remain balanced and run down situation where you attack the line of scrimmage and then use play action to throw the ball. And you can do it out of 11 and you can do it out of 12. It just disguises your offense and makes it harder for the defense, just a little bit harder for them to zero in on. I love that. That gives them multiple, versatile personnel groups that they can run their offense out of.
Here's Drew Petzing on what having Zach Ertz will mean for his offense.
Yeah, I'm just excited to see him out there. I mean, obviously he's played this game at a high level for a long time, so it brings a level of experience to the position, into the offense, and he's a great teammate, and obviously, just a leadership aspect of it as well. So excited to see him back out there.
And then addressing the fact that they do have, and we talked to Jeff Swaim about this. What was that? I think it was last week, actually.
Swaim!
About, and you really, you kept it together when we had Swaim on, too. That was our last interview out there, other than Monty Ossenfort right after. But he talked about how the tight ends in that room are kind of all different. It's not just, hey, here's tight end 1, tight end 2, tight end 3. Like, they are different in what they bring to the offense. Drew Petzing talked about Ertz and McBride specifically.
Yeah, whenever he's out there, certainly he's going to be a big part of what we do. But I think there's got to be opportunities for Trey, for him, for the other guys in the offense. That's going to be and has been the big point emphasis throughout our time here, this offseason and in training camp, is when guys do something well, we got to find a way to do it. So those guys are certainly a part of that.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you a question that you're going to hate.
Okay.
But just hearing you talk, watching this team sort of come together at training camp, hearing Drew Petzing, hearing how this offense, talking to Drew Petzing in June, I'm going to ask you a question you're going to hate, Wolf. When you look at this offense, who would you draft in the Fantasy Football League?
Oh, my goodness.
There's a reason I'm asking it. Because a guy like Zach Ertz is somebody everybody just, Zach Ertz, look at what he's done in years past. Look at what he even did when he was playing for the Cardinals last year. This team seems so opposite of fantasy football right now, which is probably why you love it.
Yeah.
But Zach Ertz he's not going to be out there every single play. It's not, hey, let's run the offense through Zach Ertz. It's going to be, Drew Petzing even just said it right there. There might be other plays where we would just rather have Jeff Swaim out there. Than Zach Ertz.
See, this is the great thing about it right here. Exactly what I was talking about in regard to 11 personnel or 12 personnel and rundown situation. They can do both And because of that, Zach Ertz is going to be the move tight end, and Jeff Swaim, I would imagine, is going to be the stud tight end. And now you can look at Zach Ertz, and this guy is so good at reading coverage. This guy is so experienced at running routes, and he's so good and reliable in terms of catching the ball right now. This is going to be a great offense for Zach Ertz to actually be in, Luke. This is going to be a great offense for him to do it. So once again, I would not be surprised. I would not. If Zach Ertz is healthy, I would not be surprised that 12 personnel was the leading personnel group on this team in rundown situation. Because remember, that's what rundown does. It defines you as a football team. It does. Everybody is going to get second and long. Guess what? A lot of the time, you're going to throw the ball. Third and obvious, 3rd and 8 plus, guess what? You're going to throw the ball. You're going to do it out of shotgun. The only question I have is whether it's going to be 11 personnel or 10 personnel, where it's no tight ends, 4 wide receivers, and 1 back. And we'll go ahead and we'll run our spread offense from that point forward. So, to me, again, rundown defines who you are as an offense. And I think we'll see, unless I'm mistaken, and unless there's an injury issue, of course, I think we're going to see 12 personnel more than even 11.
Also, and this is the natural conversation to have, Zach Ertz, similar injury to Kyler Murray, not the same. We said this yesterday. It's not the same. They're not the same person. It doesn't mean because Zach Ertz is coming back today, Kyler Murray will be back in 4 weeks, even though Kyler got hurt pretty much exactly 4 weeks after Zach Ertz did. But you can understand why that question would come up, and Jonathan Gannon answered that.
No, every athlete's different. You know what I mean? So every injury, even if it's the same, is different. Everyone's body's different. You know, God didn't create us all equal. So Kyler's doing a good job. He's on his plan. He's having some good days, and he'll get out there when he's ready to go too.
Yeah, that's the right answer. That's the great answer and the right answer from JG right there, because it's the truth. And that's the way you've got to go ahead and proceed going forward, especially with Kyler Murray right now. His knee was just a little bit different than Zach Ertz, and his rehab has been a little bit different, of course. Setbacks have happened from time to time with both guys. But right now, Zach Ertz doing an incredible job to actually come off the PUP list and is ready to go. This is
faster than I expected.
Right. Yeah, it was a little bit quicker than what I expected as well. You know, Zach Ertz was talking about, it's not fair to me to have to say that game 1, I'm going to be back by game 1. Well, here now, all of a sudden.
Yeah, you know what? That's a good point.
They've just played their first preseason game, and he's activated off the PUP list.
The person that put it in my head that Zach Ertz probably wouldn't be back for week 1 was Zach Ertz.
Yeah.
Now that you mentioned that.
Yes.
So, yeah, no, I mean, it's obviously great. To me, Wolf, as much of your actual personnel you can have out there for early in this season, the better.
No doubt.
And it obviously goes for every team that's trying to make the playoffs, but specifically for the Cardinals in a different way, because I don't want to see them build something and then have to alter it all in week 4 or week 5. And I understand that's going to be the case whenever Kyler comes back a little bit, but you'd like to at least have most of your pieces in place when Jonathan Gannon coaches his first actual NFL game on week 1 on September 10th.